Welcome everyone back to the Small Farm Series. Not sure exactly when this video is going to come out, but I just want to thank every one of you out there who's subscribed to me. The time of recording this, I'm at 103 subscribers, which is just mind-boggling to me, considering I make top quality content, as you guys can see. But in today's episode, we went out and we bought this mower for the skid steer. It looks a little bit bigger than what the skid steer should actually have. We're just going to deal with it. It is a shredder, so it will just delete the grass up by the beehives. Speaking of the beehives, we have started to buy some of the stuff needed for the beehives. So I'm going to get all this loaded up into that trailer and taken up there, and we'll get some of the beehives sorted and the grass cut up there. So hopefully you guys enjoy today's episode. So now that the tedious part of getting everything all loaded up into this trailer is done, the difficult part of driving it up there without losing anything has now began. So knock on wood, everything goes smoothly. Just gotta take her nice and slow and try not to cut out in front of traffic that's oncoming. Hopefully they recognize the trailer that I'm towing as an object, because I can do a whopping 8 miles an hour. Okay, the traffic is slowing, so that's a good thing. The greenhouse has already been done today as well. That's been filled up. I'm leaving that water trailer down there for now, just because this skid steer can pick it up and tow it. So if I can leave the skid steer down there with the bucket, it just makes it a lot easier for me to do off camera. The big pile of manure is slowly getting smaller. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If there's any changes you want me to make or you want to see something in the series, let me know down below in the comments. It really helps me figure out where I want to take the series and where you want to see the series go and evolve. And while you're down there typing away, you might as well hit that like button if you liked the video, or that downvote button if you didn't like the video. That also helps me know what video performs better than the others and all that good stuff like that. And if you like this video, you might as well watch a couple of my other videos and subscribe while you're at it so you can keep up to date with all my content I put out. Yeah, I know I'm pandering to you guys, but it's gotta be done. So the good news is, we didn't lose anything out of the trailer, so I am happy with that. Let's just get this turned around and backed up in there, so it's a little bit closer. Perfect. So now the fun part is taking everything out of the trailer I just put in and putting it in the beehives. So let's start by the bees. I have enough bees to fill each hive. They each take 4 boxes. The combs, I'm not sure. I think I might have enough to fill 2, so we're just gonna have to spread them out. And hopefully we can keep them fairly even throughout the whole endeavor. And the other tricky part is pulling them out without making everything else go flying. So that'll be fun. Get in there. Yeah. Move you. In you go. I would probably want to put this on a time lapse, but since the camera is flipping around so quickly, I think that might get a little disorienting. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to leave it in and or just cut it. But with this, with all these beehives going, we should be able to make a decent chunk of cash over the long term. If you guys haven't seen it, I did a tutorial on this last week, depending on when this video came out. It's out on my channel, you just gotta find out. I'm not sure what date this is coming out to give you an actual set time of how far you have to go back. But hopefully that has helped some people. That's the thing with small farmers in real life, is doing commodities, farming commodities, so like corn, soybeans, and everything like that. You don't have the acreage to really make any money off of it. In the game, yeah, you can, just because it's a game, but in the real world, you gotta be doing those odds and ends and the smaller, tedious things, being a small farm, right? You gotta play to your strengths and not your weaknesses. Selling at commodity crops at commodity prices, you're not gonna make it when you're competing with a farm that has 10,000 acres and you've got 200. Right? So stuff like bees, making honey, is a good way to supplement some of your income and have a different avenue in your farm. Have another enterprise, if you will, in your farm business. But in the game, it's just so I can make more money. So I've got 8 in you. Got 9 in you. I've got 7 in you. Quit throwing them, toe man. 11. Not bad. So as it sits right now, we don't have any of the extractor or the bottling plant or any bottles, but we'll buy those in the future. We don't need them right now in this time. So there's no sense of buying them right now when we could end up using the money or needing the money for something else. But while we're here, we might as well see if this mower works, because it would be nice to get some of this grass cut down. Nice, it works. Wonderful. It is a little shady along through here, but hopefully you guys can see everything alright. This also helps me figure out where my actual property line is. Maybe we could put in a little field over here. There's some extra manure there for these trees. Forgot about that pile of manure. Good to know that we still have some though over here. I know, I could be saving this grass and saving it, making it into silage or something, but I just want it out of here. I don't really want to have to look at the long grass, per se. So just getting rid of it and calling it a day is good enough for me. Especially being in the tight, tedious spots, especially running around these trees, it would definitely be hard to rake it all up and try to bale it or pick it up with a loading wagon that we don't have. Either way, it'll just look better once we get all the grass cut here. And I know it'll grow back pretty quick, but at least I could say that I did it. and at least try to make an effort to make it look alright. This little skid steer's running this mower pretty good, even though the motor looks to be twice the size of the skid steer. So that's good. Farm sim for you, I guess, but I can't complain too much. Really should move these crates instead of just running into them, but I think I'm going to continue to run into them just to cut the grass up tight to them. I'll just have to push that one back into the trigger, I think. Might still be in the trigger, but rather be safe than sorry. And there we are. Some nice freshly mowed grass. Makes the whole place look a little bit better. Not so long and overgrown. Let me know down below in the comments if it looks better or if it was just a waste of time. Anyways, we got a couple of 90 liters of eggs here from these chickens, so that's alright. We should take a little run back to the farm and see how everything's doing over there. From the time of recording this video, the previous episode of this series did just come out, so I haven't had any feedback yet on the fields, or what we should plant, or anything like that. If we were supposed to make both those fields into one. So there is one other thing that I do want to do. I did buy some solid fertilizer. So I want to buy a fertilizer spreader and get these fields fertilized, at least for one state before we plow them under. So I'll hop into the store and pick out something that I kind of like and kind of had my eye on for a little while. And I'll see you guys when I've made my purchase. So I know what you're probably thinking. Why are you spending money on a fertilizer spreader right now when you gotta buy stuff for the bees to be able to actually extract the honey? And that's a good question. A question I don't really have an answer to yet. But we still do have just over $6,000, and we probably won't be doing anything with the bees for another day or two. So as long as we keep those beehives or the greenhouse going, we should have enough time to recoup some costs to be able to turn around and invest that into the beehives. So this is what I bought. It's a nice tow behind. It's got like a 3,100 liter capacity, I think. 12 meter working width or something along those lines. I already bought some pallets here of fertilizer. We'll have to get this the other one brought back up to the farm at some point. The reason why I went with a tow behind is that's kind of what we've been used to with the manure spreader, and with the higher capacity, hopefully down the road when we get into having more fields or a bit bigger fields, this will still be good for the long term. Another plus about this thing too is it does lime as well. I'm not sure how wide it does with the lime, but it is capable of hauling lime and spreading lime. We do have that one little lime spreader, but it doesn't have a very big capacity. So having something like this with a 3,200 liter capacity might be beneficial to us later on down the road for lime and fertilizer. I almost just died there pulling out in front of that cement truck. Don't mind me. Distracted driving at its finest, talking while driving. Should be a new fine on the roads. The Massey here is pulling it alright. Might be a little underpowered if we put 3,200 liters of lime in it, just because lime's really heavy. But sitting here with solid fertilizer, we should be doing alright. Let's just check to see how wide we actually are with this thing. Gotta unfold it first. It's pretty good working width. Rocking along at 6 miles an hour. That reminds me, this the trailer needs to be repaired, so let me just do that quick. $113 in repair costs. So we should be able to work a little bit faster now. Yep, we're rocking along at 9 miles per hour now. Not too bad, not too bad. This will definitely make quicker work of all our fertilizing needs, and if we also want to pick up some fertilizing contracts, we're not using manure. So hopefully it'll be maybe cheaper in the long run, but it'll definitely be easier and more convenient in the long run, getting out of using manure for everything, and also better on the eyes because we've done a lot of work with manure in this series. So even though this isn't going to take very long and I'm driving into the neighbor's field, I'm going to set up a GPS course here just to make it easier for me going up and down these rows. Definitely one of the perks of having GPS. And we're set up on our GPS line here. We're sitting at about 32 meters, or 32 feet, sorry, working width, which is better than the manure spreader that we had. And all in all, I think it's a pretty good size for the size of farm that we have. Is it a little big right now? Yes. But if we buy something for the size that we are right now, it'll just mean we'll have to buy something again when our farm grows. Always got to be thinking about the future. Future endeavors of the farm, progress, game plans, you know, all that fun stuff. And there we are. There's all the fertilizing done. Now what we gotta do is we got to plow up the field, make it ready so we can sow the next crop in. But I still haven't got any feedback yet from you guys from the previous video, so I'm gonna leave the plowing for the next video just because we might plow under this grass strip. And if we want to keep it as two separate fields, I will make this grass strip just a little bit bigger, just so we've got a little bit more of a divider in between the two fields. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, so I hope you guys don't mind. A little bit shorter episodes. I've been recording a total for 40 minutes, so hopefully I can edit that down to under 30. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit that downvote button. If you like me and you like what I do here, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. We are over 100 subscribers now, so once again, thank you guys. It really means a lot. So, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!